Good evening, everybody. This afternoon, great Sunday afternoon. Um, I'm Dimitri, the host of Dimitrix Cinema. Sorry I hadn't got to you guys earlier than this, but like I said, I've been trying to get things together or whatever. So I am here to talk about The Crow, the reboot. I was telling y'all I was gonna do upcoming thing for it or whatever. It's it's fascinating that they're gonna do this reboot on this movie. If y'all remember, I think it was in 97, 98. Brendan Lee, Bruce Lee's son, who played Eric Draven. Um, and I think this one is Bill Skarsgård, who played in It, the new It. He played It, the clown. I don't know if it's the face face thing going on. He has a face for the clown type deal. Um, I guess he buffed up a little bit for this movie because he's smaller in the movie It. He's a lot skinnier. The new It, him playing that, I thought he did pretty good. I thought he didn't do too bad. A lot of people didn't know who he was. A lot of people did, but I didn't. I didn't think he did that bad in that movie. I didn't. I didn't like the It two. As far as them following up on, I think they should just stop at one. But anyway, so this movie is Eric Draven. He's a musician. Him and his wife gets killed um, by these group of gangsters, and the head guy they get it's not really so much of robbery. They kill him, and they say when a person dies, when his spirit and things are really that bad, before when they die, a crow carries the spirit back, brings them back to make things right. If y'all seen the '90s version, with Brendan Lee, that's what happened. He got killed, thrown out of a window. His wife died. They killed his shot his wife, and he came back for revenge and pretty much took them out. Came after them one by one, and he took them out till he got to the main person at the end, um, the main boss guy, and they fought, and they got he got him back pretty much. He had help, a little help with Ernie Hudson, who's I think is a really good actor. He was um he was in Ghostbusters. He's the black dude from Ghostbusters, and he's been in a lot of things. Oz. He's been in a lot of movies, but he plays a cop who uh who helps him, you know, at the end get these guys. The reboot. I mean, they do all these other reboots they doing. This one is probably one I wouldn't have touched, but since they doing it and what they doing, I want to trust it. You know, Bill Scar, he's a pretty decent actor. Like I said, he played It. Brandon Lee was more of a actor slash martial artist. He took after his father. You know, he studied martial arts, but he wasn't big like his father was in Hollywood on it. Bruce Lee is iconic. There'll never be another Bruce Lee. So, just period. He was just a different person. He was something. He was like the Michael Jordan of martial arts. He So yeah, he that guy. Bill plays Eric Draven, and it's the same plot, same thing. They go back and they kill his wife. Uh, William. Um, I'm trying to remember his last name. The actor that plays the main boss guy. He was in the he was in X-Men United too. He played Stryker. who was taking mutants and to the Weapon X project, and he gave the guy that gave Wolverine his animanium. He played in that. He played in the 50, I think it's 30 Days of Night or whatever, when they're stuck in Alaska, and it's how Alaska with the rotation of the sun and all that is 30, I think it's like 30 nights or something in Alaska, and they're stuck with vampires over there. They got this swarm of vampires, so they're trying to stay alive during the night, and that's Joshua Hartnett is in that too, where they're trying to stay alive. He's a cop, and vampires are just coming at him left and right. And these vampires are very unique. Like these are like the way they did this was just pretty cool. I like that movie, but he's in that. He's the main bad guy villain in that. So I think yeah, he's good for like the boss, the main dude. But I like it. I agree with what they doing. Um, because they're already doing it. So I agree with what they doing since they're already doing it. How they doing it? So I I think this I I think this is capable of working. We'll see. So I don't know what y'all think about it. I don't know if y'all seen the trailer of it. I like the trailer. The trailer sold me a little bit. It didn't go too crazy with it, and they didn't go too less of it. They didn't, you know, try to underachieve it. It looks it looks sellable. Whether it's going to work or not, we'll see. But I'll trust it. I'll trust what they're doing with this. Is this something that if I was a production company would touch? No, I wouldn't have touched this. You know, you just don't certain things like this, because this movie was out there. It's a small portion classic. I don't I don't know if this is something I would have rebooted. With all the movies you can reboot or whatever. But like I said, Hollywood's running out of ideas, so here goes the reboot world. So it's so if okay, so I agree with their cast and the people they got playing it. There's a lot of people we don't know. My Dimitri's thoughts on it, as far as if I'm the director, I'm the producer, and I'm in control of the casting, and all of this. As far as the crow, somebody to play a crow, you don't have to get a martial artist like Brandon Lee was if you're gonna redo it. No, the crow is based on the character. He's a comic book character. You know, they just back in the day, I guess Brendan Lee was cheaper, and he was, I would have got somebody else to play him back in the day too. But Brendan Lee didn't do a bad job. He was, you know, but you don't have to have a lot of people probably are thinking like, oh, Brendan Lee's a martial artist. He's the Crow's like this martial arts guy. No, the Crow's just vengeance, like Batman. He's like, but he's not vengeance to stay around. He's vengeance to for for vengeance. What they did to his people, to his wife, and you know, so he's coming back to kill all of them. So get his soul right. So his soul rests as you know what it would have been if because his soul is disturbed the way things went. You got actors out there that could have took his played that this character. You know, there's so many out there right now. Off the top of my head, I would. It's got to be somebody dark. Somebody dark. Honestly, if he would have did this, Johnny Depp in his prime, he could have did it. I feel like because he's got that darkness in him that could come out. that unique darkness where his acting could, because he's a Tim Burton actor, so he could do that with his long dark hair or whatever. But he's a little too older now, so now you got to think who's in this generation now that could do it. But if you did it back then, Johnny Depp off gate, I would have, you know, I would have got him. As far as now, mm, I don't know off the top. I can't think off the top of my head just like that. Far as somebody, the newer actors right now, I guess the guy they got, I think he's all right, you know. But a lot of people gonna view him as that know that he played it is now viewing him as, oh, you got it playing now like a vengeful superhero type character coming back to, not superhero but vengeful character coming back to take on a whole mob, pretty much gangsters. Uh, in that time, a lot of people some people find it hard. Will find it hard to say it. Just like with Heath Ledger with the Joker. When you first heard Heath Ledger's coming to take on the Joker, first thing we thought was Jack Nicholson did such a good job. It was like Heath Ledger, Brokeback Mountain, The Patriot. Uh, there's some in a movie. I think it was called Prophecy. I think he did 1 and 2 or something. Where this prophet, whatever guy that you think of stuff like that, you're not thinking of he can come out with a dark side of him. He has natural talent where it's the art in it, and some people could look at his work and say, "Hey, he might could pull this off." But back then, a lot of us look at this work and he didn't have a huge body of work, but he did a lot of he did some things. But the things that you seen that was well known, you be like, I don't know if that's gonna work. Just saying Joker's big. That's a big character. That is iconic character. So, oh, maybe Joaquin Phoenix. And I'm just thinking of this because of Joker. I'm thinking of who could play Joker, that dark character, that evil character. But I could see Joaquin Phoenix as the Crow because he would bring more of. I think he would bring more of the art of acting into it. I know he's already the Joker. Like, you can't be Crow in the Joker. If he didn't do the Joker, I could see Joaquin Phoenix doing the Crow. He's got that dark in him. He's got that, that iconic. I can see him with the face painting. I just he's one of my top actors of all times. Because of one of the main reasons why is just because I think he did really good job, such a hell of a job as Commodus in the Gladiator. I mean, that was to me that was iconic. I think he was the best actor in that whole movie, even over Russell Crowe's playing the Gladiator. And Russell Crowe's a good actor, but and Gladiator is one of I think the best movies Russell Crowe did. Even though I think his best movie probably was with Denzel, American Gangster. I think he played that role really good. That cop, I think he did that really good. But Joaquin Phoenix, whew, he surprised me in the Gladiator. The way Leonardo DiCaprio surprised me in Blood Diamond and um Departed and some of these big Catch Me If You Can. You know, some of these big roles is that. That's another guy, Leonardo DiCaprio. Here we go. Thank you, mine. It goes around. Leonardo DiCaprio, I could see as the Crow coming back as playing Eric Drayton. So there you got two. I feel like artistic actors. That's what I call them, where they can do Oscar type movies. They can do award winning. Academy Award winning movies. They're really good. And I think, Joaquin Phoenix and Leonardo DiCaprio, they got long hair, put the makeup on them. I think they could do it. But this guy, he might work really good because of the fact that he played it like a dark clown character, whatever. So he's got that. He could stay dark all the whole film type deal. You know what I mean? Like Joaquin Phoenix could do it too because of the Joker. You obviously and the Gladiator, communist. He's just that much of a villain. That dark villainous. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio. You pretty much seen it in the Django. He's crazy, and he did a hell of a job in a lot of other movies. As far as dark characters, you didn't really see too much of that. I think it was I'm not sure if it was Shutter Island or Doctor Island of Doctor Moreau. I think it was Shutter Island or whatever. He was on and off with that. Some people feel like Leonardo DiCaprio could have played the Joker. I think he could have got away with that too. But the Crow, yeah, definitely them two. Between them two, yeah. So let's see the background to this story. If they stick with how the first one, original one was. Like I said, the original was dark, dark. I want to say this director's dark, but he's got a lot of light in this movie too. You know what I mean? You want it dark, dark, like a Tim Burton type movie, but not like fantasy Tim. Not what Tim Burton movie without the fantasy. You want it new age, like a dark Tim Burton movie, new age almost. And but you don't want it like you want it like dark as in that new Batman. Uh, how it was all dark, the Batman when they went, pretty much dark the whole movie. And there's another one. Mike could have pulled it off. That guy that played Batman in the new Batman movie. He's too dark for the Batman. Edward from uh what's the vampire movie? I can't think of the name of this movie. I'm getting old now. I can't think of the name of the movie, the franchise he did, but that he played Edward. Um, Twilight. He's dark. I kind of feel like if he didn't do well, even if he did Batman, but that I feel like that role was more for that guy than Batman because Batman is sort of dark when he's got the costume on when he's Batman. Bruce Wayne is not dark, but he's been through a lot. He's went down a dark path, but he's not dark. Like Michael Keaton did such a good job because Bruce Wayne is like business slash dark when he's Batman. This guy in the new Batman movie is dark as Bruce Wayne, dark as dark the whole thing. No, you break them up, which was one of the reasons why I think Michael Keaton did such a good job because he knew how to separate Batman and Bruce Wayne really well. Val Kilmer, no. Christian Bale, I think Christian Bale did a heck of a Bruce Wayne, but his Batman wasn't. I don't that. Yeah, they gotta do. People prove that you're wrong. Like, no, man. Are you Optimus Prime? Or are you Batman? Who are you? Like, cut that voice out. No, George Clooney. You still think of Ocean's 11 when you see him in a Batman suit. I think George Clooney would have been a really, 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 really good Hannibal um, Hannibal from 18. So when they did the 18 movie, they got Liam Neeson, which he did okay, but Liam Neeson is more that If you look over and you wonder where I'm at, I will find you and I will get you. No, he had his own imprint on something. So when you try to take him, if you watch, I'm a fan of 18, the 18. When I watched the 18 TV show, I even had the box sets. That's how much my grandfather got me into the 18. I'm big 18, Mr. T. Hannibal, you gonna put me on that plane? Like, yeah, you know, that's where I knew Mr. T from before I started watching Rocky. And a lot of people know Rocky, then 18, because that's how it went. He did Rocky first. Me, I started with 18, so he was always Murdoch, fool, get me off that plane, fool. You know what I mean? I love 18. George Clooney would have been a great Hannibal. I love it when a plan comes together and he's got the cigar. I seen that in George Clooney when they was talking about making an 18 movie. I seen George Clooney in that. Batman, no. Back on subject, The Crow. So we're gonna see a lot of things different in this one. Um, the way Eric Drayton is killed in this one is different. Um, could towards the movie in the 90s. This one he's thrown from window. This one he's killed, I think, different. Uh, the wife killed in front of him a little bit different. Looks pretty damn sad. It's a lot of things might be they tweaked a little bit, but in the long run, I think this is going to end up okay. I'm not saying it's going to be great. It's going to be. I think it'll be okay. I don't think it'll be bad. My opinion on it. The special effects look pretty decent. You don't want to go too crazy with the special effects for this movie. It's a dark movie, but you're not trying to go Matrix type. You're just doing. This is just a vengeful movie where vengeance, normal vengeance. You might add a little bit of special effects in it because the crow just he comes back to life, so he's not human anymore. He's pretty much a spirit in the body, and he's doing you know different unhuman like things. He might jump from a building to another building, fall down and don't die, get back up. Just stuff like that. I we'll see with this one. See how this goes. I was, and when I heard about this movie, I went back and watched it 2 times again because I ain't seen this movie in such a long time. I'm a Bruce Lee fan, but not such a Brandon Lee fan. I mean, I respect Brandon Lee, his body of work and things he did, but I'm not a fan of it just because of the fact he didn't wow me in anything, and he didn't do enough movies to me. Well, big time roles and stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, him. I seen him in Rapid Fire, and I was like, yeah, it's a karate movie. He's taking on his father's legacy. He's doing the best he can, and sometimes it don't work out, father and son type deal like you want. Look at Michael Jordan and his sons. So that being said, I think this movie will be okay. I think it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna rank it that, and I haven't seen it yet. Hoping that they'll do more than okay. Where I can be like, oh, that's what I try to do now. But if I think it's bad, I'm gonna say it's gonna be bad. Go in detail why I think it's gonna be bad. But we got other upcoming movies. They're doing a Transformers 7 upcoming. Apparently Rise of the Beast didn't do that much better. I guess the budget didn't hit what they wanted it to get to in the box office, so instead of just killing it, letting it go, they're gonna do another one. So, but a lot of people liked it. I thought it was okay. I liked it. It tied into God. Y'all forgive me. GI Joe and Transformers. Um, you know, teaming up movie at the end. They showed the details on that. If y'all didn't see Rise of the Beast, I'm sorry. But I I could see another Transformers. Transformers is the type of movie when the first one it was like it's going to be good because Steven Spielberg's involved in it, Michael Bay. It was like whoa, them two coming together. You're going to see some that you ain't never seen before. You know, and you're going to see boom, 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 boom. Steven Spielberg, Jurassic Park, the first Jurassic Park. You was like whoa, okay, wow, dinosaurs. This looks real. Michael Bay movies, you just always been kick ass. Like it's like whoa, whoa, oh man, like explosives, this and that and that and that, and it's like all his movies you pump, you like Con Air, The Rock, uh, Bad Boys, uh, because I think he teamed up with Joe Schumacher some of them movies, just like um, Jerry Bruckheimer. So I mean, it was it was amazing. Then this Transformers, I'm not sure if Michael Bay's tied into it. I'll do more research on it and find out about that. But I mean, here we go with that, and then you're gonna have I'm assuming they're gonna do GI Joe and Transformers. Um, um, they're gonna do a what is it called? Not GI Joe versus Transformers movie, but like a GI Joe and Transformers team up. They're gonna do that, and I think that's what everybody is waiting on. But here's the thing with that: if you do GI Joe and Transformers, you gotta come out with a better GI Joe movie first before you tie into that. You can warn people about it's coming, like you did in Transformers: Rise of the Beast, but don't GI Joe movies. I don't know what they're gonna do because now Hollywood just make movies and then make another movie and tell you to not think that those movies exist. To think that those movies never existed. That's what they do. You can't erase them. They've been made. They do that. They did it with the Batmans. They doing it with the Spider-Mans. They doing it with. They just reboot movies over on top of movies that was already done. Like, eh, you know, Halloween, because John Carpenter wanted to put his imprint on these last made Halloweens. It's like, oh, so three, or 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8 Halloween H2O and Halloween Resurrection wasn't made. It's starting off from part 1. Michael Myers get locked up and then boom. 40 years later he's out of jail. That's what they want. And it's like y'all don't mess Hollywood up so bad, man. So bad. To the point it's like my head is spinning every time a damn movie comes out. Um let's pray for because from what I understand, and they're trying to. That's another thing I'm gonna talk about in the future is Halloween. This one's just told to be. It's like got to do with just Haddonfield. Michael Myers' curse goes through. They killed him in that last one. Now his curse goes through different people because if you see in the last movie, Halloween Ends, he uh he had a little fan of his is going around killing with him at the. So I guess it's like that. It's like some kind of spirit or something jumping in the city of Haddonfield, and it's a curse, a Michael Myers curse. I another Exorcist movie. I don't know, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. But whatever. So you guys should pray for the Halloween franchise. Uh, but The Crow, I'm very, I'm trusting it. That's my opinion on it. I want you guys to look at the trailer. They should have a trailer 2 coming out in 2 weeks for and trying to promote the movie more. And from what I heard something about Bo is supposed to be coming on Tonight Show with what's his face and doing talking about that. So hopefully you hear more from him of what's going on. But I'm trusting this movie. So thank y'all for watching and hit the subscribe button and watch the trailers and you just tell me what you think about the Crow trailer and we'll see you next time. Have a good